like my YouTube channel right now, it's made me over 7 figures, and that's 20,000 subscribers. I think I recorded like probably 4 or 5 videos and was able to close like my first like high ticket client off of YouTube, and it was like the easiest yes I could ever get out of anyone. We've worked with probably close to around 50 clients now. That's all YouTube. I think I've closed like maybe 3 deals for the agency that were purely like cold DMs. Other than that, everything came from YouTube.
Hey guys, hope you're doing well. So today I'm here with Nick Theriot. Nick runs his own agency. We've been working together for around like 2.5 years right now, helping him grow his YouTube channel. So maybe Nick, you could introduce yourself better probably. So I'll let you go with that.
Yeah, first off, thank you for having me. Yeah, as mentioned, my name is Nick Theriot. I run a YouTube channel. I've been working with Greg and his team now for a couple years now. I think we started together back in 2020. I specifically create content around in the Facebook ads niche, teaching people how to grow and scale their business. And it's been a phenomenal place for just lead acquisition for the agency and everything. So it's been a fun time.
Yeah. And you started this channel, I think like a few years back when it wasn't even like that popular to actually have a YouTube channel for business and like get clients this way. So like my first question to you is like, what got you to actually start a YouTube channel back then?
So it actually goes further back. I used to run a YouTube channel in the gaming niche back when I was like 12 years old, which was like 2010. And I was picking up clients at that time by just editing people's YouTube content and then uploading that to my YouTube channel and showing people that I could edit content for other people. So it was a really great way to to get clients at that time for that particular business. And, I just always had a love for YouTube. It's just, I don't know, it holds a special place in my heart. And, I needed a way to grow my agency. And I saw a lot of Shopify channels and people talking about Shopify and Facebook ads on YouTube. I was like, you know what, I can do that. So I picked up the camera, dusted the dust off of it, and I started recording content around it. And I don't know, I found my niche, and I think I recorded like probably 4 or 5 videos and was able to close like my first like high ticket client off of YouTube. And it was like the easiest yes I could ever get out of anyone. At the time, I was charging like $1,500 a month, and I told this particular prospect $5,000 per month, and it was the easiest yes ever. So I saw the power from YouTube after just investing maybe 2 or 3 hours in it, uploaded a couple of videos on it. Then I just went all in. I went, I had a very negative belief or limiting belief that the problem with YouTube is that you couldn't make it predictable in the lead flow. So I just went all in. I was like, if I go all in, I can make it predictable by giving it 110%, and I'll have a steady stream of leads coming in from it. So that's kind of how I got started and kind of some of the results I've been seeing from it.
Yeah, and the channel is growing pretty steadily. So I know that you recently crossed 20,000 subscribers. So congratulations on that.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
So like how many clients up to this date you think you got from your agency, from your YouTube channel for the agency?
I mean, we've worked with probably close to around 50 clients now since I've been doing YouTube back in 2019. Some of those stick, some of those, some of those stayed, and some of those we parted ways together. I've also grown a coaching community to, we've had probably close to 200 people now into that particular group. So between all of that, that's all YouTube. I think I've closed like maybe 3 deals for the agency that were purely like cold DMs. Other than that, everything came from YouTube.
Yeah. And do you see like the difference when, trying to sell a lead that is from like cold outreach when it comes to like sending a lead that comes to you from YouTube?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, cold outbound, it's like, you have to convince people you're an expert. And after you convince them, you have to sell them that your strategies work. And then from there, you can start talking about pricing and all that stuff. Whereas like YouTube, people already know you're the expert, and people already know your strategies because you talk about them on YouTube all day. So now it's just like, hey, am I a good fit to work with you? Yes. All right. How much you charge? Here you go. And I mean, I have a 50% close rate on all of sales calls that come from YouTube.
Yeah, amazing. And I wanted to take a step back because I remember that when we first started out working together, you already crossed like 1,000 subscribers. Don't exactly remember what was the number back then, but I know that you've been editing your own videos. But could you like kind of tell me how your process looked like back then compared to how it's looked like right now?
Yeah, so back then I would just I would basically like, and a part like the whole process of like what videos I film and like how storyboard is exactly the same. The only thing that's different now is the editing side. So for me, I kind of pull from like couple different places of like my ideas. So like idea number one might be, did we have any wins in the agency this week? Then I'll just make a case study out of it. Idea number two is, did we have any like clients hit some record muffs? Let's go do a case study out of that. So that way, consistently showing, you know, different things we've learned that's made an impact on our business, or B, clients that are winning. So we just consistently selling to our customers that, hey, we get really good things and really good results for our clients. And the third one might just be like kind of general evergreen types of things. Like, here's how to launch a Facebook ad campaign, for example. So that's kind of like where I pulled ideas from. I'll sit down for like 30 minutes planning those out, and then I'll actually go and just film. I like to batch content all of my filming. So I'll just sit down and record for 2 or 3 hours, and then I'll upload all that to Google Drive. Now, here's where the things are different now, back from 2020 to 2023. Back then, I used to then take all that content and spend like 10 to 12 hours editing, uploading, rendering, you know, even all the way to like actually like the thumbnails, the SEO and all that. So like 12 hours a week times 4, I mean, that's 48 hours a month I'm spending on uploading 12 videos a month. And that just, for someone who's growing an agency, there's much more important tasks I could do. So then that's when I found Greg and his team right there. I even remember I was like, hey, like I tried a few people, different editors, that just was like not it. And they like even like offered to edit video content for me, just it sucked. Then you offered the same thing, so I was like, sure, let's give it a try, and I loved it. It was phenomenal. So I was like, all right, cool, if we can keep this consistency up, then like we can build a really good partnership together. And that's how it's been since, I think, like, yeah, like I think January 2021 was we start working together. So, you know, we're about to make 3 years together, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, it's been a blessing because that saves me a lot of time. And also too, I know the content's in the right hands. You know, I used to watch every video before it's uploaded. Now, like, I don't even watch any of the content after like the Greg and the team uploaded, just because I know I can trust them. I know they're not gonna, you know, do anything bad to me or anything like that. So but that's been a huge lifesaver, just time saver, because I basically bought back 48 hours a month to me. That allows me to put that back into growing my business.
Yeah, yeah. And now a big question, because we've been working for some time, and I think we never skipped a week of posting free videos. So how do you stay consistent with recording? Especially, you know, I know you have you're traveling a lot sometimes, and you have, you know, agency and the coaching business as well. So with all of that, like, how do you stay consistent every week?
Well, you see, the problem with people with consistency is that consistency, you're going to prioritize different things in your life you're consistent with. Like I prioritize like being consistent with YouTube right now over like learning. Whereas when you're first getting started, you're prioritizing learning because that's like the biggest motivator right now. Hey, if I like, that's something that means a lot to me right now. The more I learn, the more I can execute, the more I can like build my business and stuff. So you prioritize different things in your life that mean a lot to you. You know, you see that across friends and family. You have one friend you haven't talked to in a while, you don't really care for, they call you for lunch, no big deal. But then like a really good friend of yours calls you that you value a lot. Hey, let's grab lunch. Sure, I'll be free in 5 minutes. Let's go. So for YouTube, for me, you know, I look at it, that's my sales acquisition source for my agency. So my mentor, Jeremy Haynes, he gave me a really good quote. And he basically said, like, you know, if you cut off your oxygen right now, like you'll live for like 30 or 60 seconds, 2 minutes before you pass out. And then, you know, if you still hold off oxygen, you're gonna die. And that's the same thing for a business. If you cut off sales and acquisition for a business, like new customer acquisition, everything for a business, your business is going to die. So I look at that as YouTube as, hey, this is where I'm getting all my sales. This is where I'm getting like people coming into my business. So I prioritize it with high intention. So like literally every Thursday in my calendar, I have a 3-hour block scheduled out. And if I'm traveling 1 week, well, guess what? I'm gonna suck it up and either do a recording session earlier during the week before I fly out. Or there's been some weeks where I sat down and recorded 12 videos. It was long, it was grueling. But I mean, again, I highly prioritize that because it means a lot to me. And it, you know, just from there's a lot of different benefits from YouTube from perspective of making me more money. But then also too, it's also, you know, providing a lot of value to people. It's also something else too, that's like, I'm very selfish with like YouTube and providing a lot of value to people that people pay literally tens of thousands for courses. So like there's a couple different motivators for me to providing YouTube content that just makes me prioritize it at a high level.
And one question that, because you mentioned that, you know, you're recording, like you're giving a lot of value with your YouTube content, and I can totally agree with that. But I think a lot of people right now are trying to go like really broad with the content and can try to like appeal to the masses kind of, whether you have this approach where you just create like really like you give a lot of value in the videos. And, you know, how does that strategy work for you? You know, like why did you decided to go this way instead of just trying to, you know, go viral and get hundreds of thousands of subscribers and views and stuff like that?
Yeah, that's a good question. So, you know, like my YouTube channel right now, it's made me over 7 figures, and that's 20,000 subscribers. And I remember like doing the math back then when I first discovered like YouTube partnerships. I didn't know about sponsorships at the time. I didn't know how much sponsorships paid for. So I was just looking at the YouTube partnership, and I was reverse engineered the math. Hey, if I want to make $1 million a year, how many like views do I need? And it was like, I need like a couple million views. You know, I need like 3 or 4 million subscribers for that. And I'm
Yeah.
hitting that now with literally 20K subscribers. So what I've since then I've learned is that, you know, YouTube, no one's going to sit down and watch a YouTube video on like, I don't know, how to do market sophistication to grow your Facebook ads. It's a very niche video that's only going to appeal to a certain group of people. And the way YouTube works is it's not like Reels where it's just pushing content in front of people. People actually have to search for this content on YouTube. So if I create content that's specific to problems and things that people are looking up that are wealthier, then I might not get a lot of views from it, maybe get 100 views from it, for example. But all those 100 views are people doing 50 to 100K a month in revenue. And I just need one of those people to close. And all of a sudden now, hey, I'm making 5 to 10K a month from that one video right there.
Yeah, yeah, that's amazing. And outside from getting agency clients, because, you know, I know you said about, you know, you're getting all the business pretty much from the YouTube channel, and, you know, that you've been able to even like charge higher because of it. But do you see any other benefits of like having your, you know, personal brand YouTube channel as a business owner?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like, yeah, like I get agency clients from it. That was the original start. I just recently launched a coaching program to make 1 year this month. I've launched a coaching program.
Mhm.
I'm able to scale that now. It's a 40K a month. Again, purely off of just the YouTube, and there's no expenses to that, so that's all profit
Crazy.
right there. I'm about to launch a course as well. That's gonna be dropping this month. And yeah, like I had a lot of like limiting beliefs at first because I never wanted to sacrifice
Mhm.
the quality of content on YouTube. Like that's my priority. Like I want to be able to upload whatever I want on YouTube. Where like I can care less what anyone thinks about it. Like I want to upload the highest quality, and literally the things that people pay for in courses on YouTube. So I had a lot of limiting beliefs about launching my own course and all that. But then I realized that people are willing to pay for it all to be in one concise place that's nicely organized versus swifting through different like YouTube thumbnails and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So you can monetize it from a few different perspectives, a high ticket service, a coaching program, and a course. That's 3 ways to monetize it. And the fourth way is sponsorships and affiliate deals. That's something I've just been lazy with in terms of like LinkedIn and stuff
Mhm.
like that. I've had so many people reach out to me for sponsorships, but I'm very protective of my audience, and I don't want to promote anything that I don't personally use.
Yeah.
So like there's like 2 or 3 products I promote, and that's it because I personally use them every single day. As far as that, I mean, there's other opportunities such as like, you know, I've had a lot of people reach out to me that are, you know, I would say are fairly like large in the space that say they love my content and have given me literally free consulting calls just because they love my content. They say, you know, like, Nick, you scratched my
Mhm.
back so many times. I'm gonna scratch your back here. Let me help you out with this. So just from a connection
Crazy.
perspective, it works really well. So I think there's a lot of key benefits for having a personal brand, and I think I think it's mandatory. Like, I mean, personal brands, like you take someone that's rich with no personal brand, and you take someone with a personal brand that's halfway rich, that person is still going to get more opportunities, be able to go to places that other people can't, just because purely they have that audience that you can monetize.
Yeah, yeah, totally agree. So on that topic, like, do you have an advice for people that, you know, maybe are on the fence or, you know, they want to start their own YouTube channel? Like, what would you say to them?
I would say go all in. Like, you know, start off small, 3 videos a week. Like I used to post 3 videos a week, and I would simply just open up my laptop and use the microphone and the camera on my laptop. And guess what? As long as you're providing value and people can clearly hear
Yeah.
you, it doesn't matter about all that fancy stuff. I have people that I personally inspired to start a YouTube channel since I've started. And over the last year, they messaged me here and there, asking me various questions about YouTube and stuff like that. Is, you know, they want to make sure they have everything right. Well, it's been a year since they've been talking to me, and they still haven't jumped in yet. Within 1 year, I was able to go to 1,000 subscribers and do over 100K in revenue for my agency just from my YouTube channel when I first got started. So imagine if they would have started, they would have 100K in their bank right now.
Yeah.
And instead, they've been waiting. So just get started. Don't worry about all this stuff. Just take all the information in your head and create videos with it. That's all you need to do. Then the other thing is that I see a lot of people trying to start personal brands. They're trying to start creating content, and they're posting about the most random shit just to post. Post content that's specific to your audience and what they want to hear. I see so many people like, you know, they want to attract people doing 50 to 100K a month with Shopify stores. And then the next day they're talking about their girlfriend and the gift they just bought for their girlfriend. Then the next day they're talking about this trip they're going to. Guess what? Yes, that might be cool content, but it doesn't sell your business and it doesn't provide value to your ideal customer. And when the algorithm sees less people are clicking on those videos, but guess what? It's going to put you lower in the algorithm. So everything you post needs to be around a specific topic consistently over and over. I've been talking about Facebook ads for the last 4 years. Every video is Facebook ads, Facebook ads, Facebook ads, Facebook ads. So when I create a video, the algorithm treats me a lot better than someone who posts Facebook ads one day, their girlfriend the next day, some clickbait about a trip the next day, the third day maybe about, you know, they thinking they should quit YouTube, then a Facebook ads video again. So that's also another thing. Consistently post the same content, just different twists and different spins on it, that can help articulate that to people.
Awesome. Totally agree with that. And I think also like one point from you is that I see a lot of people that like overcomplicate stuff. They like overthink the content creation, overthink the gear they need to have, and you know, like everything needs to be in a perfect place so they can start, and they never start at the end of the day. So that's probably also like one point here. But awesome. Thank you so much for sharing all of this. I don't have any more questions, but I'll definitely link your channel down below as well and your socials. If anyone needs you know, their Facebook ads taken care of and wants to scale their e-commerce brands, if there's anyone here that watches it, then go for sure and, you know, book a call with Nick as well. And yeah, thanks so much, Nick, and looking forward to working even longer together.
Amazing, Greg. Thanks for having me on, man.